Wait, so what's going on? Apparently, people are getting mad at Wuthering Waves because there's like a new character. What is that? Is it because it's like a male character or what? It's a boy?
So in the Wuthering Waves community, there's always been this big debate between male and female characters. Now,
No one likes male characters. Screw them. Get them out of here. Only female characters. Only waifus. Oh crap! You know what? I forgot to put. I put the wrong thing. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. Got my banana back.
this has been a conversation that's been going on ever since the start of the game. I mean, you know, people have been saying, oh, male characters sell more, or oh, female characters sell more, or, you know, Wuthering Waves should do a more 50-50 type of system in terms of how they split up their genders in the kind of games or characters that they make. And well, it seems like this is
just release one of each time.
Blown up
Every
even
single
further
time.
with the announcement of some of these Septimon characters that have been coming out. Now, obviously, the first thing that I actually stumbled across was people actually hating on the new design. If you guys don't know, they actually released some kind of drip marketing for the new characters, as I said, but they released one for an actual male character, and which is quite surprising for Wuthering Waves. I feel like a lot of people weren't expecting that. Obviously, we saw the teasers for Septimon, we're like, oh damn, it's all going to be like female characters. But again, you can see here that we've got this guy called Chi-Yuan, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that what I didn't go. Damn, only waifus. Ah man, only sexy waifus. Damn it. Fudge.
That's
That
his
wasn't
name.
my thought.
And I think he looks like an overall pretty decently designed character. Now, I probably won't be pulling on him because, again, I'm not very interested in him.
Yeah, of course you're not. Of course you're not. And there you have it, don't you? Everybody complains that there's not enough men characters in all these gacha waifu games. Everybody complains there's not enough men. And immediately, as soon as they get one, I'm not pulling for him. I mean, I don't care. Right? I'm gonna pull for the waifus.
But he has been one of the most liked, I think, ever kind of characters in Wuthering Waves.
Oh yeah, and liked, not purchased. They like him. Yeah, everyone thinks he's cool.
And or at least out of the ones that have been
They really should just give away the male characters for free, just like the Rubik's Cube guy, and like make the late like the sexy waifu characters
2.5 million
paid.
views and 93,000 likes. He's been super popular over in China, I think, as well. And essentially, some people in the kind of husbando community are not happy about it, which I thought was kind of funny, because people are saying, mind you, a lot of the hate is coming from inside the house, but yep, let's blame the woman lovers again. Most of us are happy about this, so y'all can be quiet. And obviously people are saying, I like how people would say that Chi-Yuan's design is boring or bland, but when I say something about a female character design being a jumbled up mess with no creativity put into it, I get nailed to a cross, which again, I just don't think that is true. I think they're kind of fabricating a kind of, I guess, conflict there, because I feel like a lot of people are very happy with the design of Chi-Yuan and are happy to see a lot more, well, I say a lot more male characters, some male characters come into the game, and it actually seems...
I feel like Wuthering Waves as a whole is absolutely a lot more especially the default characters, the base characters, like they're definitely a lot more, I don't want to say generic looking, but yeah, they're a lot more plain, a lot more simple designs.
Seems like some of
They're
the
not
actual
like, they try to
like
they try to keep it way simpler, way I'm not gonna say down to earth, right? But it's definitely not quite as exorbitant or extravagant as a lot of other gacha games, for sure.
Character lovers or likers or whatever you want to call them are actually the ones that don't like the design, not the people that like the female designs. They're saying, yo, I just saw the new male character in Wuwa and his design is so boring. Like, how did we get from Brand's design to Chi-Yuan's? That's, I mean, as you can see here, I'm pretty sure it's...
To be fair, Brand is meant to be like a circus leader. That's why he's all crazy and flashy. And even then, his outfit is still pretty freaking, like, simple. Pretty sure the dude's wearing, like, freaking jeans, just straight up pants.
Obvious, you know, they're saying they like Brand's design, and they're saying it's much better than Chi-Yuan's. You know, that is obviously the case of a, you know, husbando enjoyer actually going ahead and hating on Chi-Yuan, and they also...
Yeah, frankly, he looks fine to me. He looks pretty cool.
She has some other stuff as well, saying, for real, I'm not falling for it, to be honest. I don't even like the new male character. I'm just waiting for Scar, and if things don't change, then I'll probably continue not touching this game. Saying, I'm honestly waiting for Scar 2, but I feel like they need to at least kind of match the ratio between men and women in this game before I can come back. Now, again, I feel like...
Isn't that so funny? They should add more male characters. Do you play the game? No. Alright, well, I'll probably come back though, eventually, someday.
These are even more
You're
people
not. You're not gonna come back.
who like husbandos, and they're saying that.
Let's be honest, by the time they freaking release Scar or whatever the hell you want, the story's gonna be too far ahead. It's gonna take a while to catch up. Like, you know, like, unless maybe they're like super insane, like daily players before, right?
Hey, you know, Scar is a good
Like for me, I'm finding it kind of tough to level up and keep up. You feel me? But that being said, I don't log in like every single day either. So you know,
that they want to pull for, but not Chi-Yuan. And I think they're blaming it a lot on the female character. Like enjoys just it's just dumb. I mean, you know, it's very obvious here that it's a mix of both, and you know, you can see here as well. This was saying, and male character is covered from head to toe as expected. Design is boring and uninspiring. Yeah, and looks like
you know what? Valid. We could definitely use some buff boys, some swolley, muscly buff boys with like no shit. Alright, I feel you.
He is neither from Renacita nor New Federation, so plot relevance is questionable too. Seems like I've burned out already. Not even happy
Oh, is he not? I got no idea what to do about
male characters anymore. So again, they're not very happy about the fact that he's covered from head to toe either, which again I think is kind of funny. They're saying, I don't know, you'd think that the husbando.
They really said he needs to be more naked. I don't want to hear nobody complain whenever I talk about ladies being more appealing, alright?
Enjoyers would be happy, but it seems like they're the most upset. I think his design is great. Rural husbando subreddit is miserable right now, impossible to please them. They say, I generally thought that they would be, they're just complaining and I'm learning about that. People saying, but they'd still be upset if the guys are not.
He looks cool, honestly. What, like, he looks like the kind of guy that would use like a freaking katana. He looks like a samurai.
Covered up. I've seen people who are upset about tomorrow's Catch 22 banner from lads. Heck, showing no skin upsets them just as much as showing skin. Also, the guy is a loner. God forbid people dress to not draw attention. So at the end of the day, they just want to be upset and they're looking for any other reason, which I think is definitely true. I think that a lot of these people just want to find some problem with Wuthering Waves or some problem with the characters just so they can complain about things.
I don't disagree, but I also fully want to say that, like, there is some truth in between the lines. There's some truth to the lies, or not truth to the lies, but like, you gotta read in between the lines, so to speak. Okay, they want like more sex appeal in the male characters. That's fine. I mean, Brad definitely has like the chest going on. You know what I'm saying? But I can see like if the ladies want a little bit more, or not just the ladies, but also you know the gentlemen who want this sort of like more bare chest, naked kind of guy, you know. And yeah, for sure, Scar could definitely fulfill that role easy. Right? Doesn't he freaking rip his shirt off when he goes into like his super mode? Or just make a character, yeah, that would be more of like a kind of like a Zani type of deal, where it's like when during his super mode he rips his freaking shirt off.
Because they are just natural complainers, which I think is so dumb. And I think that, you know, if you're doing that, I mean, there's probably better things to do, you know, than just go onto Twitter and just hate on these characters just because you want something to hate. Because I think the character is pretty decent. I mean, you can dislike. You can dislike the character, you can dislike their features, but I don't think it's the end of the world and saying like, oh, you know, I hate it, because at the end of the day, you know, I think Chi-Yuan's banner and whether people pull on him in the first place, it's going to massively decide whether Kuro Games continues to add male characters into the game, and I think that'll be the case for a lot of male characters moving forwards as well, at least for the.
I do have to say, based on the, what was it on that one for the green guy, the Jade guy? Based solely on that, I have to imagine it's not gonna like it's gonna pull. There's gonna be a couple of whales that go insane on him, but I don't think generally speaking he's gonna sell very well.
First couple of male characters that are coming to the game, because again, you know, it's going to give them a metric of will people actually pull for this, or should we just not bother? Because, you know, I think Brand's banner did pretty decently. I mean, he sold very, very well, at least.
Honestly, I really enjoy whenever the banner has a male character, because it sort of gives me time to farm astrites and like premium currency, so because I don't have to pull on them, and that way I have enough money for like the next waifu. I'm hoping for a rerun of Phoebe so I can
above,
pull there.
half, in the middle between a lot of the
I
other
really badly need Phoebe.
characters. So again, I feel like he sold pretty decently, so I think that was a, kind of spur on for Wuthering Waves and Kuro Games to continue and to add a character like Chi-Yuan into the game. But like, again, as I said, it's up to the people to decide on whether they want to support male characters coming into the game. And well, it seems like the husbando enjoys themselves are the ones that could actually sabotage that, and in the end they're just kind of sabotaging their own fun. I know a lot of people are advocating for more male characters in the game, which would be great, but I feel like they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot right now by saying, oh well, we don't want this male character, oh we don't want this one, oh we don't want that one. It's just like, brother, like, make up your mind, like, be happy with what you've got. And the fact that they are adding male characters to the game, I can totally understand that they don't like the design or whatever, but there's no reason to go fully hatred on it, or like making multiple posts about it over on Twitter just because you don't like the design. I mean, lots of people do like the design. I think there's many people that like Chi-Yuan's design out there, but just because you like it doesn't mean that you don't like it, sorry, doesn't mean that you have to go hating on it in everybody's like comment sections and stuff like that, which obviously gives it a bad rep. And maybe Kuro in the future would just be like, nah, we don't want this. And I feel like, yeah, there's characters like Scar and stuff that could be coming out in the future, obviously due to the fact of Scar being hinted in the trailer that we saw in the Septimon stuff, which again is very exciting, and maybe he will be coming out as a character. But I did kind of find this kind of situation in general to be funny, because
I gotta admit, out of all the freaking gacha games, what was definitely the first game that's made me like debate pulling on like the male characters. Though to be fair, I also said the same thing about Honkai Star Rail with Blade, but they never did a rerun of Blade, so I just haven't really,
is they're just being so picky whenever it comes to designs, and you can't be picky, especially whenever male characters are a rarity in this game. And you can either support it, not support it, but at the end of the day, I think it is important to highlight the fact that Kuro Games are trying to add more kind of diverse characters to the game. And if this gets continued to be supported, then they will continue adding them. And I think that the support on the post in terms of popularity and getting this many likes and views is definitely going to be a massive factor into adding more male characters in the future. And hopefully they do, because I think it would be a positive thing, but it definitely does not give them a good luck whenever the husbando enjoy.
Listen, I agree. We definitely should be getting more male characters, right? Definitely, absolutely, 100% for sure. Yeah, no, 100% definitely. I think his design is amazing. I think he looks so cool. He looks sick. I don't even know what's going on there. That looks like one of those little water, like, bamboo things. You know what I mean? Or is that his, like, bamboo style, like, echo locator thing? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Point being is, the guy's really cool. He looks sick. I love everything about it. The design is sick. I love the freaking, like, scripts on his, like, clothing is freaking dope. Love everything about it. Super cool. I'm not gonna pull for him. I want waifus.
Boys are going pretty crazy over online.
I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna pull for him. I want the waifus with the big booba.
Turn against them, That's why we see all of these kind of different fights and stuff on.
But it's really cool that they bring him, and that way I could like save up my stuff for the next time there's a Changli pull.
Line is due to the fact of these husbando enjoys kind of throwing their toys out the pram whenever it comes to like stuff like this, saying that, oh, I don't like this design, this isn't the one that I wanted. It's just like, okay, but like it's definitely not going to help them in terms of being liked and people actually listening to the fact that they want more husbandos in the game, or more just male characters in the game, because again, it's a big problem. But no one's going to take you seriously if you're just going to be acting like a child every time you get something that you don't slightly like, because there's a lot of male characters already in the game in terms of permanent kind of characters, like for example Ling Yang, who me personally, as looking at characters I don't.
You really
like
use Ling Yang as the example, the most garbage character in the entire game.
Yang as a character, or the character design, but I like some.
Honestly, his story is the only like okay-ish thing about him. Everything else is kind of garbage.
Someone like Kachara, because I think he's cool. There's a very there's a lot of varying characters here, and I think this.
Kachara, I don't know jack squat about really. I just barely got him.
Those cases we got Chi-Yuan, but maybe in the future we have a Scar, with someone else who is much more appealing. I mean, you know, you've always got to have the kind of lower characters, or I say lower characters, like the
Yeah, bro, nobody likes this guy. No, even the people defending him are like, oh, they're lower. Oh, he's lower. Damn.
characters that people like a little bit less.
Damn.
And that's the same for female characters as well. And we see that happening all of the time. You know, people being like, oh no, I'll skip
Oh, freaking Yoo-hoo.
that character, I'll skip that character, because again, you know, that's just how gacha games work. But yeah, this is just an interesting topic that I wanted to cover because I saw this coming up on Twitter and a lot of people talking about it. But yeah,
Is it Yoo-Yoo or Yo-Yo?
let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because again, I'm really interested into thinking what you think about Chi-Wan's design, and whether, you know, they should keep adding more male characters like this into the game, or if the design is so terrible that they should just stop altogether. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazahana, get 10% off.
Definitely go use that freaking code to get some of the thickest waifu cups in this in the industry. I might actually get some. That was kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I like this particular sheep one. I am not against more male characters in any of these gacha games. I'm all for it. I think they look cool. They look freaking badass and awesome. But I just like I said, I'm gonna pull for the waifus. I'm not gonna lie.
And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So, see ya.
I will say though, for a lot of the gacha games, specifically Wuthering Waves and Zenless 0, I kind of wish I could change my character back to a male character, because some of those spicy scenes are kind of, you know what I'm saying. But you know, it is what it is. Like if they want to talk about adding more male characters. Like seriously, what's the difference? Just make the freaking male or female version like interchangeable, and then just like change the cutscenes to match it. I love this outro, but I think most, if not all of it, was freaking like Chainsaw Man stuff. It was dope. What a phenomenal video by Kazahana. Please go drop him a like, go drop him a sub. I will link the video on the Discord, Monos, and the links will always be down in the description below if you're watching on the VODs. And I think I got one more Kazahana video I want to check out.
Wuthering Waves has always done well.
What is this fan event about like the freaking meme?
Is IRL events. I mean, IRL events for Wuthering Waves have been absolutely amazing over the past couple of months, and well, it seems like the past couple of days have actually been no exception, as Wuthering Waves released a new IRL, I say released a new IRL event, you know, they held a new IRL event, which essentially has been held in places like Korea and also Japan.
Bro, when you're so freaking terminally online.
Now, we kind of touched on this in a previous video, essentially where I went through a trailer where they made like a full 2D animation of a lot of the characters in some areas in Japan, which was really cool. But it seems like we have a lot of footage, and I mean a lot of footage coming from both of the areas. I think mainly from the Japanese kind of event going on at the moment. First one obviously is though from the...
A lot of the stuff I'm seeing looks like Coliseum stuff. Ooh. I'd be excited for more Coliseum style stuff.
Korea event, which obviously they were kind of, you know, advertising quite a bit, and they say on-site photos from day 2, and as you can see here, there's a lot of people there, you know, and there's also a
we got the Camilla freaking, we got the Camilla.
Also attending the event. You can see there's like a whole army of Cartesias.
I hope he brings it up. I hope he brings it. It's my new favorite thing. I'm spamming it everywhere.
Everything like that, which I think looks really, really cool. And obviously, you know, Wuthering Waves keeps on putting on these very, very high quality events for people. Now, this was to do with the whole festival thing.
Dude, look at the cosplays though. And then you got one guy in the back cosplaying as a freaking spotlight.
They made a couple of advertisements with like Zani and stuff in different kind of outfits, which was...
Oh, I see the scythe back there for Rover.
It's very, very cool.
We got one Havoc Rover out of the rest. The rest are Spectral.
It seems like there's a lot of people who attended, and I don't know if all of these are official.
Dude, look at the shorekeepers! Let's go!
Cosplayers that were like hired by these people, or if these were just cosplayers that turned up to the event. I feel like they were the ones that just turned up to the event, seeing as there is so many of them. But it does look very cool, and obviously there's a lot of different characters there. And yeah, as you can see as well, you know, they've got a massive birthday cake thing as well. That looks like it's been photoshopped in, I don't really know. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire event. It does look pretty empty.
It might have been Photoshopped, or it might have been a ginormous freaking like inflatable.
And there doesn't seem to be very many people there, but this might have been taken before or after.
It does
as
look
we saw
Photoshop.
that
No,
crowd
look,
photo, there's
especially
quite a
towards the
lot.
top.
And here's some of the cosplayers up close, which look absolutely great.
Bro,
But
look at
one
the
of the ones I've
Zani
been-
cosplay. Damn. Damn.
Most chaotic over in Japan is a lot of the cosplayers that have been going on. Now this video pretty much encapsulates the entire Japan versus Korea event that has been going on at the moment. Although actually I feel like this is actually the wrong way around, but hey.
Let's go!
So that is essentially been what the events have been like. Now I don't really know what side
Oh,
exactly
it's great. I love it.
this is on. But you can see there's a ton of people.
The Wuthering Waves community, honestly, it's just memes. It's just memeing all the time.
Also
I love it.
visiting the festival in Japan too.
Lately,
And,
that's what
there's
it's
been a ton of
becoming,
stuff
and I'm
here. You can
so
see there's
all
some
about it.
collaboration, kind of
Oh, look
images
at
that people
that.
have visited, and also a giant cartel.
Dude, why does
giant
Zani look so good in everything, though?
plushie thing, which looks absolutely amazing, and a small little Cartethia one too, which I thought was quite cute. And yeah, it seems like people have really been enjoying both of these events. And you know, there's even this one here, for example. I think this one is actually from the Korea event, and as you can see, you know, they're
Aw, Rover and
interacting quite
Shagley.
funnily. Like, bro,
Hey!
the camellia slap to
Hey!
Rover is so funny. I mean, the actors, whoever's actually inside of here, if they even are actors, they could just be random people. They've done a great job at just trying to be silly and funny, because let's be
Yeah, I gotta wonder if that's actually like, is that like an official mascot, or is that just some random people that showed up?
real. You know, you can't really be serious standing in a big bobblehead suit. And I think they've actually done it the right way and decided just to be a little bit stupid, tried to make it look as silly as they possibly could. And it's definitely caught the attention of a lot of people. I mean, you know, it's got 6,000 likes.
Oh yeah, they did
you know,
great
that
with
Japan versus Korea one.
Everyone
with
loves it.
27,000 likes. Here's another one as well. I think it's from the Japanese event. You know, you got Carlotta and Rover actually aiming some guns at some event thing, which I thought was quite cool. And yeah, you know, it seems like a lot of people have been attending this and taking
Master relationship goals. I hope to be able to cosplay with my own waifu someday.
a lot of photos and just
I've only done like 4, maybe 5 cosplays.
it just seems like a fun time, you know. I really wish we had more of this over in the West, because it'd be really fun to attend something like this, as it does look like it is a pretty fun time. Obviously as well, we've got some of the cosplayers. Here's the Fleur-de-Lis one, looking pretty insane. I mean, this is probably one of the best Fleur-de-Lis cosplays I think I've seen so far. I mean, there's probably some others out there, but so far from what I've seen, this probably looks like the best one, I'm gonna be honest. And people have been yeah, very, very happy with this cosplay as well. And you know, it's just a great thing.
Yo, August anime, bro.
Seen. This probably looks like the best one, I'm gonna be honest. And people have been yeah, very
August anime, bro. Hey, take a sip of water, bro. You need a drink.
very happy with this cosplay as well. And you know, it's just a great thing to see. We keep going on as well. I think this is the same person, or it might be a similar person, but again, we got both the Fleur-de-Lis and the Cartethia, which I thought was quite funny. Again, they're both just laying there, which yeah. That also got a lot of attention, by the way. 13,000 likes, 185,000 views. People said absolute cinema. It seems like people really like this. I think this is over from the Korea event, so yeah, you know,
People
have
love
been
it because
talking
of the
about this
toes,
quite a
let's be
bit. You got
honest.
even more stuff, for example, like Carlotta and Cantarella fighting over Rover, which is quite funny. Obviously, they're playing very heavily into that, and the, you know, acting has actually been pretty decent in terms of just getting some attention from people. I mean, it doesn't have to be the most S tier, like most, like, you know, sellable acting you've ever seen.
Isn't that Carlotta? That's Carlotta,
It just
bro.
has
You
to be pretty
confused.
decent, and I think they've done a very good job of portraying the kind of dynamic between the characters, which I thought is nice. We got even more
Is it?
as well
Maybe
with
it
the
isn't, maybe
Camellia
it's
playing
not.
the piano.
Let's go!
The whole like lifting their head up.
And I just
We've also
want
got
to
a
freaking
meme.
want to
You guys
waddle
know the
away, bro. I
meme.
swear.
This is this meme has been floating
It's
around
the
in,
face. It's the
Wuthering Waves
freaking face. It's so perfect.
for quite a while, and this is from this event, I'm pretty sure. and they've now like got it like taped to the head, which I think is crazy. And
all
I think,
over her face.
they're trying to
It's
really
so
fully
great.
go in on the stupidness of this entire kind of event. Also, we got a Zani cosplayer, which again looks absolutely amazing. I think this is Japanese.
Oh my goodness!
But bro, people have been going pretty crazy with this too. So again, looks pretty cool. Very good cosplays going on.
Don't touch the
Bro,
horns!
touch the horns. Okay, and then yeah, we got even more with this. I forgot what her name is.
Oh,
Is
the
it
chick from the
Margarita? Is that her
pizza.
name? Again, cosplayer for that. It's quite rare to see a lot of these NPCs getting some. I really hope she does become a playable character at some point. But yeah, I mean, these are pretty much most of the kind of videos that we
She
coming
would
out.
be
There's
an
been so
awesome
many more, but
freaking
honestly, I
playable
didn't really want
character.
to fill up my bookmark.
If you could smack people around with a giant pizza freaking thing, they could make it a broadsword. Just smacking people around with a giant pizza freaking, like, what do we call that, a pizza spatula?
With like all of these because there are so many of them. But it seems like this has been yet again another hit. We've seen it in previous events and previous online offline events over in Japan that have been a massive hit and blown up online and been very popular with people that have actually attended them. And it seems like, you know, this is actually no exception. This has been a pretty outstanding event. People have been enjoying it. People have been enjoying the interactions. I mean, I haven't even seen much of the stalls and stuff. Like, that's, you know, some of the things that I haven't been seeing as much. Is more so the interactions with the cosplayers and more so the interactions with some of the big mascot things which have been blowing up online, which I think is great because it means that you don't have to necessarily just fill something with a ton of shops like some conventions do, or tons of things you have to pay.
You mean like literally every single convention ever has done? Like quite, that's all it is now. Well, I mean, fair is fair. Anime Expo has like the artist alley, you know what I'm saying?
Pay for or whatever. It's just, you know, some fun interactions that people can go and put on their Twitter, and, you know, obviously it becomes much more memorable for these people. And, you know, it seems like Wuthering Waves have noticed that, and that they've started, you know, doing more events like this in places like this. And yeah, as I said, and as I always say with these kind of things, I really hope this comes out over in, you know, the UK, in the US, other places like that, where it's accessible to the Western audience, because again, we just haven't really seen any of that over here, which it's kind of like depressing to see, you know, all of this kind of stuff coming out, all these funny videos and things like that have been coming out from these events, and we have none of it. We don't even get anywhere close to being able to have any of this over here. So yeah,
Bro, I swear, Kazahana, Kaza, I'm right there with you, bro. We're gonna be like the #1 freaking like advocates for bringing all these like gacha game events here to LA.
Kuro Games, it would be nice to have something like this because a lot of us would like to attend.
Come on, Kuro Games, and we got LA. We got Austin, Texas.
A Wuthering Waves event, but again, we'll have to wait and see. I think whenever that day does come, it will be very exciting. I will be definitely going. I will 100% go over there and give it a look because, bro, I mean, if they have that one camellia there, honestly, I think I might lose it. I mean, this is probably one of the funniest things that the Wuthering Waves community, or at least Wuthering Waves, has produced.
Nah, bro, this is literally gonna be like the freaking camellia mascot is now gonna be a reason why people buy tickets. I'm not even joking.
Is this goddamn camellia playing the piano and just being stupid in general, which I think is so funny. I mean, bro, if this turns up to one of the Western events, I'm gonna be screaming, like, more so than, like, seeing a voice actor for the game. I'm gonna be honest.
For real.
But
For
yeah,
real,
that's pretty
though.
much all of it. I thought it was quite funny.
I feel
Just
like
wanted to
many
share it
people
with you
feel that
because
way.
it's quite a positive bit of information there. And yeah, it seems like these events are going pretty good for Wuthering Waves at the moment, and people are super excited for OzDaMonke going forwards. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza. They recently opened up their EU and AU store, so I definitely recommend checking it out, because again, you can get yourself a free cup if you buy a tub, I'm pretty sure. So definitely recommend checking that out.
Bro, it'll be the thickest cup you've ever seen. Also, it's keto friendly, apparently.
Especially if you're in the EU and AU, then you just use my code Kaza, and then yeah, you get 10% off and the free cup, which again is great. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Freaking phenomenal. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Please go and drop Kazahana a like, go drop him a sub, all that good stuff. He makes some amazing, amazing stuff. I went ahead and shared it on the Discord. Please be sure to check it out. It'll be down in the description if you're watching on the VOD as well. Ayoo! Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Saru!